understand sense of urgency once we get to the line.
Mike talked about it last week about them guys trying to run everywhere, and he's like, "Wait, hold on, I'm not done yet." Do you still get that, or guys getting that? Because that used to be that's what they're used to.
Sure. I think it's great. I mean, we still get some of that, so that's good. In and out of the huddle, we still want some tempo. We don't want to just stand in the huddle for 20 seconds. We want the play call in, get to the line, and when you get a team on their heels, you want that tempo and playing fast and breaking the huddle and getting to the line and going. So that's been great. But yeah, there's still times where, hold on, come here, let's talk about this. So that's been fun.
Can you talk about, as a quarterback, a transition of a center handling most of the protections where now you're asking them to do that? If you were to make that transition, what would be the differences that you would see as a quarterback having to now be in command of everything happening at line of scrimmage?
For me, I've done it both ways, and so as I got older, I liked knowing that I had control of it and that I could dictate where I would be in trouble if I was going to be in trouble. And so I think our guys are starting to understand that, and you're seeing them make the calls and changing it when they feel like they need to change it. And so they're all sharp guys that understand football, and so it's a matter of, okay, we've got some things in now. We're almost scheming against our defense a little bit because they are bringing blitzes and forcing us to have to be hot on some things. But I think over the last couple of days, they're getting more comfortable at doing that and understanding if I make that call, I may be in trouble over here. So it's been good to see them understand that, and when the light goes on, good things happen.
What's it like working with Coy?
It's been fun. He's a great kid. I mean, he's really conscientious and 100% effort, and so that's been really fun to see him, because I didn't really spend much time around him at Somerset. We're a couple hours away, but obviously at family gatherings and things, we were together a lot. But it's been fun just to see him on the field and how he works in the weight room, off the field as well. So it's been good to have him here and just see a familiar face a lot of times.
This is just your second week being able to be hands-on at this level. How's it been for you as a coach?
It's been good. Really enjoyed it. Being on the field's the fun part, I think, for coaching. That's where you get to interact with the guys more and really detail some of the little things, and so that's the part I really enjoy.
Have you talked to your brother or your dad just about working with Coy? And
no,
I mean, it's come up at all.
Not really. I mean, he missed day one. He missed a bootleg pass where he threw it up the field instead of taking the short one underneath, and I laughed because I had heard my dad tell that story about two years ago about, little Coy missed the guy in the flat, he got greedy and threw it up the field. And so I reminded Coy of that, and then I called my dad and said, hey, your boy, he pulled another one, went down the field with it, and it got intercepted. And then I called my brother and was like, yeah, you didn't teach him anything, did you? He hasn't learned a bit. So we had fun with it. But so we talked a little bit about how he's doing and all those things, so it's been fun.
Is there a balance there, just the fact that he is your nephew, and you've got to be the coach, but at the same time you're his uncle? I mean, just that balance between the coach and the uncle.
Not in the building, off the field. I've had him come to dinner with me and some of those things, so that's great. You get to spend that quality time away from time to time. But in the meeting rooms, on the field, he's another player, and so that's the way I treat him, and I wouldn't treat him any different than anyone else. So, it's been great having that time away from football too, where we can just kind of hang out and cut up a little bit and talk about other things than football.
Coach, whoever your quarterback is, will you give them the latitude to audible at the line, or will you be handling most of that from your perch?
No, it'll be a game plan within reason. We'll talk about opportunities for those types of checks, but if they see something, I want them to be able to get to it too. So I think all of our guys are sharp football-wise that understand the game, and if they're seeing something at the time, they need to be able to have that opportunity.
With really kind of the focus on tight end, there's slot guys like Trey Dye is now a running back, but what about guys like Garrett Juergens? that has been part of this offense, what do you see the focus of where the slot receiver might go, and what would that look like?
Well, they'll still mix in. They're getting some work there right now. We'll have 3 receiver, 4 receiver, maybe 5 receiver sets. You know, we'll utilize the guys that give us the best opportunity with down and distance and week to week with scheme that we're seeing. So all those guys will be playing, and they'll all play a big part for us.
Coach, they mic'd you up last week, that video that came out. How much fun are you having? It seems like you're having a good time out there running in the defensive lineman, etc.
Yeah, it's fun. Like I said, I like to be on the field and be interacting with the guys and sharing your knowledge on the field. You know, it's one thing on the whiteboard and in a meeting room. It's another to actually be out there, interact, demonstrate a little bit, show them, you know, kind of how it's supposed to look. It doesn't look that good anymore. So that's the fun part, is being on the field with those guys and interacting and sharing what you have for the whole group. So I like to coach them all, you know, running backs. I'm over there talking to receivers. I try not to step on the other assistants' toes, but I can't help myself sometimes.
Are you wearing a red jersey when you strap up Coach Calhoun? Is that what's kind of
I should, yeah, probably. So stay out of the way. I don't need to get hit anymore. That's for sure.
During a drill today, I saw that you were working on some zone coverage at middle linebacker. How would you evaluate your coverage?
I need cleats. So I was a little slick out there early in the morning. So
Coach, you rubbed shoulders with a lot of NFL coaches and whatnot. A lot of that's influenced you. Of course, you get that Billy Jones, his offense is influenced by LaBella.
pardon,
How much
say
is
the last part.
influenced by LaBella?
A big part of it. You know, I think just his demeanor and the calm effect he brought to the whole organization. I think that's what Kalani brings. You see him out there and he's just pretty even keeled. And as a player, I really like that, because you don't get too high, you don't get too low, and you just go play the next down. And so the Bell, I think, taught all of us that you know, hey, good things are going to happen, bad things are going to happen, but we go play the next down. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.